So there's a new way to vlog that is absolutely exploding right now, and I think it's going to be massive in 2025. I'm going to be using it on my channel moving forward, and it's going to be a blend of different types of content. You see, the old way of vlogging is kind of dead. It still works, but not as well, but nobody really cares about a day in the life stuff. So the evolved strategy is IRL plus POV plus edu. So let me take you through what I mean by this. So in real life, IRL, as people are starting to use that term more and more, after COVID and after all of the different things online with people working online and feeling lonely and craving authentic content and the rise of AI and faceless channels and videos, people want in real life. They want to go back to the sort of vlogging style of YouTube. We want that connection. We want that realness. We want that authenticity. So people really want to see aspects of in real life. They don't want to just see you sitting at a desk like I am now, though this does still work. But you could bring in elements of outside and the real world to make your videos feel more real. The other one is POV, and I'm going to show you some examples in a moment of why this is working and channels that are using it really, really well. But POV means point of view. People want to see your point of view. They want to see your opinions, your life. They want to see the good, the bad, the ugly. They want to see processes. So they want to know, what are you doing in your life? Is it real? People are tired of being lied to by influencers and everything feeling fake. And there's obviously a lot of fake AI content now as well. So people want to see that it's real. So they want to see your point of view, but the bloopers, the outtakes, the bad side, not just the polished good side, the way that you present your perfect life on social media. People don't want to see that anymore. So they want in real life, and they want your point of view, the good, the bad, the ugly. And then the other part is edu, so education or information. And this refers to purpose, the purpose of your video. Now, that might be to inspire, it might be to educate, it might be to show people something on a journey, take them on an adventure, but there has to be some type of purpose to it. No longer can you just vlog your life and go to a coffee shop and essentially hang out with people. You can to a degree if you're an interesting person, but most of us aren't that interesting. We have to create interest based on the purpose of the video itself. And those overlapping things of what we're doing with the in real life, our personal point of view and opinions, which hopefully will be a little bit polarizing as well. And then the educational aspect, this is where it wins. And this is where I think educators really should be, tapping into this new method. I'm obviously an online educator, so I'm going to be tapping into it more. And that's bringing education on the road. So let me explain it to you. Like when I was going to geography classes and everything else, I can't remember anything from my geography class. But why is it that I can remember when I went on a geography field trip? So when I went on a field trip to Wales, I can remember just about every detail about why certain tree types are turning the soil acidic and the pH levels of the soil and everything else. How can I retain that information? And it's because in real life and the experience and everything else makes you remember information more. It's like going on a field trip. And that's, as an educator, what I want you to take from this. And instead of sitting in the office like I am now and basically bashing on about 10 points of this or 5 points of this and then shoving some B-roll into it, you actually want to take people on the road and explain things as you're going along. Now, that's not to say that you're necessarily completely demonstrating in real life. If you can do that, then great. But it could just be taking you on the road to hold interest. We find the mundane interesting. We don't want to get bored. So while you're talking, we can look around at the things surrounding you that are happening around you. So let me show you people that are doing this in different ways. So we've got Uncomfy here. So Uncomfy is a channel that has nearly 500,000 subscribers, and she is getting nearly 1.5 million monthly views. And what she's doing is point of view stuff. So she's tapping into the point of view stuff where she's obviously an interesting person. So she is essentially vlogging, but she's documenting her process of starting and running an art shop. So she's running her art shop. So it's about a small business. It's about an art business. There's creativity. It's talking about the problems, the processes, and everything else about running her small business. She's documenting the process, but it's also educational. So she's documenting, which is point of view, and then she's showing the process as well. And it feels more real because of this, because she's showing the failures and the successes and everything else. Now, no doubt, I haven't watched a huge amount, but no doubt she's an interesting person as well, and she's good at creating videos. But as you can see, it's just, very simple stuff. But she's talking about the issues and she's relating it. So the common theme and the common purpose of the videos is the art business. Now, she could just be talking about her life, and she'd probably do okay. But I think it's because she's got that overlapping interest and that overlapping educational theme with the point of view. She's far more interesting to people and is succeeding much more. Now, she's not alone in this. There's many other channels that are tapping into this and growing quicker because of it. Especially if you're doing something interesting. Obviously, it helps. This guy here, Daniel Dalen, he's got 137,000 subscribers and he's getting over 400,000 monthly views. But the weird thing is this channel is not very old. So let's look at this. The last 6 months, nearly 73,000 subscribers in the last 6 months. So this channel is probably less than a year old. It's probably about a year old. He's got 66 videos, and all he's doing is documenting his process of starting and running a business. Now, again, he's got interesting overlap. He's gone to Chinese. He's learning China. He's learning China. He's learning Chinese. He's also obviously a young guy who's driven, but he's documenting the process of starting a business. And that's, again, the good, the bad, the ugly, the amazing. You celebrate his wins, his failures, but you're along for the ride. So you're seeing all of the different aspects. So it's point of view, POV, 26-year-old online entrepreneur, 26-year-old online entrepreneur. So again, it's the sort of vlog, the day in the life, but with purpose behind it. And that is the other aspect of it. Now, this is working incredibly well for the over 35s. You may have heard me talk about this. The over 35 demographic is growing right now. We are the fastest growing demographic on YouTube itself, especially with long form content. So there's a lot more people over 35 and 40 who are starting to become creators on YouTube, and they're an underserved demographic. But these are also people that have a lot of life skills. So if you're a young entrepreneur, young up-and-coming person, documenting point of view with a little bit of purpose will give you that unfair advantage. But the unfair advantage you may have as someone over 40 is life experience. You've probably done many things in your life, be it painful stuff, successful stuff. You maybe built houses, gone through divorces. You've had illnesses. You've got so many experiences, good and bad, that give you wisdom that you can tap into to help people. Now, that could be having an educational style channel where you're just doing it very relaxed and informal using this vlog style, such as we've got Dry Creek Wrangler, who is a guy that's become famous in the last couple of years, who was basically almost like a cowboy, and he was teaching young men how to become cowboys and everything else. And now he talks to young men about young men's issues such as loneliness, mental health, hustle culture from a traditional man's point of view. And there's a lot of young men that are looking for role models these days, so he's tapping into that. But he has a lot of good wisdom to share. And what he's essentially doing is an interesting background. He's the location. So even if you get distracted on what he's saying, you can look around and you see that he's on a farm. There's things going by. There's often horses and other stuff going on. And then he's an interesting character to look at as well. So, but he's not moving. He's sitting here in a chair smoking a cigar. So it's in real life, it's his point of view and perspective and opinion, often quite polarizing. And that's it. But it's interesting enough. So those are the overlapping themes. And this is what I think you should start to try and tap into. It will give you an unfair advantage in 2025 and beyond, because people are craving these rough types of videos, this authenticity. So it means that the sort of high-paced, high-editing videos, they are not as in demand. So you don't need to have these amazing editing skills anymore. Now, if you would like more in-depth training on growing your YouTube channel, then you can get access to our free 30-day YouTube Growth Sprint. I'll put links to it in the video description. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you inside the next one.